Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah, doing good. So thanks for taking up this session and thanks for joining us today.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. It's my pleasure being here. Thank you.
yeah, I'd like to request others also to join us on stage so that we can make the session more interactive and Dhirendra will be here to answer any of the questions that you may have. So please just send me a request and I'll let Dhirendra start by introducing himself and follow up on the topic. Over to you, Dhirendra.
Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. So let me just introduce myself quickly. My name, as Shilpa told, Dhirendra Verma. I am an agile coach. I'm a SPC, and I'm also the founder and trainer in the Agile Forum. So I'm also associated and working with Tech Mahindra at present, and I'm working in one of the largest digital agile telco transformation in complete safe and I have been providing various kind of certifications, training, and I run various kind of webinars, and I also provide run various kind of groups and all, so that to provide various kind of safe certifications, Scrum Master, Product Owner, and all of these training. And not only these, make sure that with all my knowledge, I try to help each and every individual who is seeking any kind of guidance or who is seeking any kind of question or query. And I have been I started my career as a developer. Then specifically I worked with product organizations, and a lot of project I have done related to telecom, a lot of project related to banking implementations. And at present I am involved in one of the largest digital agile telecom project or it's a rather it's a big program in itself. So we are having around 500 600 member in a single program. Okay, so that's up to me. And Shilpa, anything else you specific you want me to cover in introduction part?
No, Dhirendra, that's good. Yeah. Um, yeah, we can start with the topic now.
Okay, so I think that was one of the most interesting topic, that how a business analyst or a product owner or a product manager can use AI nowadays. Yeah, and to be honest, when we say AI, artificial intelligence, correct? Yeah, so I'm sure all of you have must like have read about it or used about it. You have used maybe Chat GPT, which is a product of OpenAI. You must have used the Google Gemini engine and all, and you must have seen various kind of uses of AI. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, correct? So now what artificial intelligence is doing, that it is generating data based on all the data points, millions and billions of data points which we already have. Yeah. So there is so much knowledge on the internet nowadays, that it becomes really a very challenging position for a human being to keep all that knowledge, yeah, stored in their brain, as well as just to make sure that that knowledge comes out easily, yeah, when we actually need that knowledge, correct? But the important thing here is that when we use AI, so AI is a computer. Ultimately, it's an algorithm, it's a computer, which have various kind of models, which is working on data, which is generating the data set, which is generating maybe some new kind of data based on the previous kind of all the data points available, correct? Yeah. So in my opinion, that how we will be discussing about various kind of things, but in my opinion, at present, for each and every business analyst, each and every product owner, product manager, AI can serve as an extended arm, or extended arms rather, I should say. Yeah. So like it can make us a kind of a superhuman, because what the capabilities, when we talk about the limitations of the capabilities of human beings, correct? So as human beings, we have some limitation that, suppose if I have to remember a 2000 page book, or maybe I have to remember 200 page 2000 books, yeah. So it becomes kind of impossible for me to, remember each and everything, and to make sure that, how all of that knowledge I can retrieve, and I can analyze the applicable use case, and I can put that knowledge here. So when we talk about the business analyst, or as a role, a product or product managers as a role, so one of the very important aspect of being a business analyst, that, you guys need to be on top of it, in terms of that, what are the rules, regulations, rainy cases, or positive negative scenarios, positive scenarios, all the different kind of use cases are there for each and every kind of feature, and when we talk about, especially when we talk about the design thinking elements of any feature, or any particular epic, we try to first of all discover that, what actually we are trying to design for the end user, that, what is the kind of solution the user would love to have, correct? And then we try to, go towards all the different kind of possible solutions. Then we converge from there, and we try to see that, what exactly makes sense for the end user, correct? Because see, let's suppose if I talk about that, tomorrow I have to make a new social media, correct? And only suppose my only challenge is that, my investors are saying don't copy already existing social media, yeah. So we know that in already existing social media, a wall exists, this exists, that exists, yeah. Users exist, they interact in a particular way, we comment, we chat, we like, we give reactions, correct? But suppose if we have to make a complete new social media altogether, yeah. So what is the number one perspective of that social media, any social media, is that, it has to be engaging, it has to be captivating, correct? It will glue you, towards that particular app or website or that environment, correct? Yeah. So how using AI you can make sure that, you first of all discover the problem, correct? So when it comes to the discovering the problem, you can see that, what has been the trends in the market, that how as a business analyst or a product owner or manager, you can analyze million and billions of data point, you can run algorithms, you can run simulations, yeah, very easily using AI, using all, you can use those design thinking elements and principles to try to see that, what all different kind of possible innovations you can have, correct? And then you can build different type of prototyping, yeah. You can even make multiple different type of UIs, you can try to see that, whether you have to if suppose you have to make a UI for mobile phone, correct? Maybe you are making five different kind of UI, that, maybe you don't know that, which is the best, yeah. So the AI can quickly help you. And to be honest, I'm not sure how many of you have analyzed this, or already done this in lot of different websites, or I think in Figma also, correct? If you need to make wireframes and prototype using AI, that is possible at present, correct? Have anyone used it at present? Figma AI UI design, yes or no? No.
I have not, but that sounds interesting. It's quite interesting. So,
Yeah.
so what we are saying is that all we need to give is the idea to the AI, and AI will give
Yes.
us the UX back. And
Yeah. So
not one UX, but a couple of options that
yeah,
we can go
it
with.
will completely give you that, this is how your website can look like, this is how things can move on and all, correct? And then further on, you can understand the exact needs, the data points, and that, if you that, how many user clicks will be there, what all things will be there, or how much what all different feedback you can capture, correct? So you can so in my opinion, as business analyst or product managers and all, you can very easily combine the design thinking element to use AI in a much better way. Yeah. And then you can try to see and check that, based on different experimentations. Maybe you can do different experimentation, like, you must have heard about A/B testing, correct? So A/B testing is something that, we make different kind of UI, and we do a live testing in market, correct? That, which is more perfect UI for us, or, which can give us more positive results, correct? So this can be one thing, and the second can be that obviously we know the analytics part, correct? So every single app nowadays is using backend analytics, correct? All your Facebook, Google, they have been using analytics from years and years now, correct? What the problem is that, when we get so many data points, and I think you must be aware that nowadays your mobile phone is also listening to you, correct? Earlier it was there that, your mobile phone used to your mobile phone have the access of your chats, your mobile phone have access to anything you are searching. But now also your mobile phone can listen to you also, correct? If you do not by default turn the setting off, correct? So in those cases, we are getting hundreds and hundreds and millions of data point, or rather, I should say billions of data point. So anyone knew that, how many active users Facebook have? Yeah, very recently there was a news on social media about the Facebook active users. Yeah. Anyone know? So Facebook have hit a milestone of 10 billion active users, correct? Yeah. So suppose for each and every person, if Facebook is generating maybe, like, say, 1,000 data points per day, correct? So 1,000 data points per day per user into 10 billion users. So now can you imagine the scale, correct? That it is just impossible for the human to analyze and that data. So obviously with AI, all this all other domains of, the data visualization, data analysis, and everything comes in. But AI can give us a predictable result, predictable behavior pattern, predictable future uses, or it can give us a very good predictions which can actually really can come true. Yeah. So in those cases, when we are when we are using the design thinking elements of discovering the problem and defining the problem, yeah, we can use these elements and we can use that data to actually how to make a product more desirable, more feasible, viable, sustainable, correct? Yeah. And then even maybe personalizing the product, or even maybe customizing your product, or thinking from the end user's point of view, that that what this user do, what this user like, what this user, what is the daily routine of that user, correct? So using all of those things, we can leverage AI, we can make the improvements in our product, we can think about the uh, cases. Many times we think that, when we think about negative cases, that this may be a rare scenario, correct? So actually this is a rare scenario, or it's not a rare scenario. We can more confidently think and say if we actually have a data in hand, correct? Yeah. Or rather, I would ask you a question that, which is the most used feature of Facebook, correct? So maybe many will say that, the most used feature of Facebook is that, that um, obviously the browsing is, but and the wall is the most used. But apart from these things, maybe the commenting or liking, or maybe sharing or saving, correct? But exactly, we don't know. But having the AI and the analytics combined, we can make, multiple different predictions that, how it how it will turn out in future. Correct. So as a business analytics, you can use AIs to extend your arms, you can extend your knowledge. You even, chat GPT nowadays, like 3.5 version itself, if you explore the 4 version, that is even much more advanced. So that can write brilliant user stories, that can write brilliant acceptance conditions. Yeah. And a lot of companies, I think, I'm not sure have all of you watched that presentation or not. So Sam Altman made a presentation that, now you can build your own GPT. Correct. So a lot of organizations nowadays, they are building their own private GPTs also. Correct. So when you are building your own private GPT, yeah, you can make sure that all the possible data which internally of your project or your program is correct. Like this is what we are doing in our program, that any new feature, any new user stories, we are not creating, yeah, with the help of BS now. We have a AI generator. The AI generator is generating our features. The AI generator is writing the user stories and all the possible scenarios. And now the only thing is that, as a BA, as a product manager and all, we have to just review. Yeah, we have to give the AI the command again and again and again to verify. And actually, to be honest, that should be the human goal ultimately, that humans should use their creativity, because if AI can miss anything, AI can only miss creativity more. Correct. AI can only miss, some unthinkable things, which are already not there in the database already, that does not exist as a data point with the AI. Correct. So for a human, it is the creativity. For the human, it is the unthinkable that the human should contribute. And other tasks, obviously the AI can do perfectly.
But Dhirendra, I read somewhere that AI is helping us generate the creative content as well, right? It is helping us generate logos and pictures and brand images and lot of other stuff as well.
Yeah, but that is, to be honest, yeah, that is there, but that is limited. That is what I am saying. Correct. Yeah. So obviously it can generate, like, suppose if I say that, generate a abstract painting. Correct. So AI has already, analyzed 1 million abstract paintings. Correct. Yeah. So
Hmm.
maybe it has already analyzed 1 million abstract paintings. So maybe they will try to that model will, try to make a new painting out of it, that, this is an abstract painting. Correct. But that does not mean that, human cannot do better work. Correct. When it comes to creativity. Yeah. Because AI is already, focusing on the already existing data points. Correct. If we talk about the data models, all that, AI data model, that is basically, see, it's ultimately it's algorithm at the back end. Correct. Yeah. That algorithm is trying to analyze so much that, it can generate those predictive results, that, whether it is like, and, it is getting. Then when we test all those AI models, we try to see and check that, whether what is the relevance of each and every model and all. Correct. So when the model seems very appropriate, or when the model seems you know very mature, then we release it. Correct. Yeah. So see why ChatGPT has given it for free. Correct. And ChatGPT also expect a uh, feedback for each and every answer, that, whether you like the answer or not. Okay? And that is the reason that, the more we use it, the more refined it gets. The more we use it, the more refined it gets. Correct.
Exactly. So AI is constantly training itself based on how we are using it, right? So what I think, right? So there can be a set number of permutations and combinations for anything, right? So even though they are in billions, but still there is a limit to it. And AI is constantly evolving. So, do you think that at few years down the line we'll reach a stage where AI would have been trained in all the variations of possible permutations and combinations and everything, and there will be nothing else to left behind. Do you think that we are going to arrive at that anytime soon, or?
See, I don't think that that moment will arrive, because see, new inventions will come in. Correct. Yeah. So
Mhm.
when the suppose you are making suppose when we wake up in the morning, what is the first thing we like to do? Correct. Yeah. So as humans, the answer can be, there can be thousands or millions of answers, that when we wake up, that what is the first thing we do. Many people say, okay, we want to do yoga. Many people say we want to do running, this, that is breakfast and all. Maybe the answer is something very different from someone else. Correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
Correct. So a that what I'm trying to say, that AI can make a very good use case in defining and designing, that how much with the accuracy percentage we can predict. Yeah. That suppose that or rather I would say that suppose how intelligent my child will turn out. Correct. Yeah. So suppose if I have a IQ score of maybe 100 or 120 or 150. Correct. My spouse, maybe they have a IQ score of maybe 100 or 120. So AI can very well predict that maybe, yeah, that what will be the IQ of the next generation or the next generation. Correct. Yeah. But again, that's a
Mhm.
prediction. Correct. That and that prediction remains a prediction only. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But accuracy part will be very high with the AI.
yeah, yeah, I got your point. So, Dhirendra, you mentioned that we can generate, Apex features and user stories using the AI. But how does AI know what the client requirements are, or what my product capabilities are?
So
And
that is where we
yeah.
have to feed the data. Correct. So
Mhm.
obviously, see, when we say that companies are building the companies are building their private GPT now. Correct. Yeah. So suppose if I have to make my private GPT, so I will name it as a that Dhirendra Verma GPT. Correct. So what exactly I will do, that suppose I have given 10 webinars. Yeah. Or maybe I have given 100 webinars, or maybe I have created 100 YouTube videos. Yeah. Or I have I have written 100 articles. Correct. So what I will do, that I will feed all that data, my webinars, videos and articles, yeah, and my social media, everything I will feed into the AI. I will feed my video, my image videos and all also. So AI can literally virtually create a AI version of me, which will speak like me, which will talk like me, which will have at least whatever knowledge which I have fed through the AI. Correct. Yeah. And
Mhm.
maybe that AI model will appear in front of you, and you may think that I am speaking, but maybe the AI is speaking. Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we are saying is that, let's say we have a product, and we can create a set of stories and we can feed it to AI for training purposes, right? And then
Yes.
feed some more stories for some other clients, and
Mm.
few years down the line, we will be in a position to say, okay, my client belongs to so and so, domain, or so and so
Yeah.
area, and they
Mm.
are using so and so product. Give me a
Mm.
set of stories, and AI will give us a set of stories pre-written, rather
Yes.
than us spending hours and hours and hours to create a backlog.
Yeah,
And
exactly. And to be honest, this is already happening. Correct. Like, you must have heard about, various things, like, there is one guy called Devin. Correct. So he has released his complete suite. Yeah. The first AI software engineer. Correct. So he will be able to understand your requirement. He will be able to streamline everything, and he will just deploy the your whatever outcome or website or everything is, and within like minutes and minutes, your running website will be there. Correct. So the important thing is AI can take decisions now on your behalf. Correct. Yeah.
hmm. But
Wh-
I see us as a BAs, as the end consumer of AI, right? As a user. how can we train AI, so that it suits our needs? We are not technical team, technical. We are not that technically strong that we can, create a AI model that will work for
See,
us.
we don't have to create AI model. Not everyone have to create their own model. If we want, we can, but not everyone have to create the AI model, because making a AI model will require from your side, it will require million billion data points and set and testing from for years, correct? So
Exactly.
you can why these companies are earning, they're saying that you can use our already existing model,
So,
correct?
are there any models that can generate user stories already existing? Because I've not heard of.
Yes. No. See, the Chat GPT at present, Chat GPT AI model. If you see, uh, Chat. I'm not exact. I'm just trying to recall what is the exact name of the model. If anyone can recall AI model, can anyone recall? I think. Yeah, I think it is GPT only. Yeah, I think it is GPT only. That is why I think the name GPT has been given. Yeah, that is generative pre-trained transformer model. Yeah, like Google used the Gemini model. You must have heard it in news, correct? Yeah, so there are
Mhm.
multiple different kind of models, correct? Which has
But,
been tested over the years and years. On so much data, correct? And if you read the history of this OpenAI company, they have been working for years and years, correct? Yeah, they were just set off 15 20 people earlier, who started working, yeah, who just captured data from all the random sources of from internet. Yeah, and
but
then yeah,
these
go-
models can help me maybe, build better Word documents or better
yeah,
PPTs and things
user
like that.
stories also. See, ChatGPT can write brilliant user story, correct? So suppose,
Mhm.
like, let's take an example. That suppose which domain you are working on, Shipra?
Insurance.
Yes, insurance. So insurance is such a common domain, correct? Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
generally what are the needs of the user? The first need of the user is that I am seeking insurance. Yeah,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
I'm seeking insurance either for my vehicle, either for myself, or maybe for my house, or for maybe my pet, or maybe any specific need for my any other specific need, correct? Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
AI can write all those possible combinations of the user story what it have already captured from the already existing blogs and already existing data point which exist on the internet, correct? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it can analyze any website, correct? So what AI will do that AI have already analyzed all the website which are present on the internet, correct? Yeah, so it will give you that these are the probable combinations that you can do insurance on this. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
these will be your customer journeys, these will be your different apex, these will be your, yeah, and accordingly these will be your negative positive scenario, negative scenarios and all. It can write your feature and it can write your user story. The only thing is that you can verify that yes, you want it like this or not. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe if you are a big company or a small company, the rules regulation which AI is suggesting, yeah, are different from your rules and regulations. Or maybe you are trying to launch maybe that website you are trying to launch in maybe Japan, yeah, or maybe you are trying to launch in some other geography where the government rules are very different, correct? Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
accordingly maybe ChatGPT have the exact knowledge of those rules or not, or that can be the case, can be yes or no, or that can be the even the AI can generate false positive, that the AI is saying that this is what I have got, but still you need to verify, correct? Because if you make any mistake in by just assuming that AI is saying right, correct,
Mm-hmm.
suppose you make a mistake that we can do insurance of anyone who is seeking, who has a home, the value of his home is more than 1 million, correct. So maybe there is a government clause that if the insurer is doing the insurance of such a asset, he should also follow these clauses, correct. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
AI is missing those clauses, maybe because AI is not able to pass those that data, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can we make that result better? So let's say I asked a prompt in to AI, and AI
Mhm.
gave me a story, right? But on review of the story, I see that the story is not suiting my needs. Can I tell AI how to
Yes.
improve on this story, or can do I need to write another prompt in another manner to and do repeat this exercise to get the desired results?
Yeah,
Can-
exactly. So you have to tell the specifics to the model that please improve this user story to include what all things, or maybe the acceptance criteria which has been written, that does not include this, or maybe re-verify these things, correct. Because to be honest, ChatGPT 3.5 version, I have like I have seen a lot of various kind of issues and missing parts in it also, correct. So
Yeah.
still I think it is evolving, but still it is quite very good in many number of ways.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that we can generate a UX out of AI. So AI has given me the UX, but
Mm.
now I want to make changes to this UX, but I don't want to do them manually in my tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Balsamic or whatever or whatever it is. So
Mm-hmm.
can I, say AI in the same prompts that, update the results of your previous, prompt
Mm-hmm.
and give me a revised version with so and so changes? Is, is that
Yeah,
possible?
yeah, I think on Figma it is possible, but it has limitations. And the any other tool I am yet to explore, correct. I obviously there must be many other tools, correct.
Mm-hmm.
But in Figma, at least in few cases, yes, it is possible. But again, if you have a very complex use case and all, maybe it won't be possible in each and every scenario. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Yeah.
as we said, AI is still in the learning mode. So,
Yes.
but yeah, the future is very near than what we will expect, right?
Mm.
So, my daughter is studying, right? So, uh, she was having a chapter on AI in class second or third, and I was so shocked to see a chapter on AI, and I'm like, teach me something as well. So, so the future is now, I'll say, yeah. So we have Manjula with us on stage. Hi, Manjula. Thanks for joining us on stage.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Mitch.
Yeah, I just wanted to know other than ChatGPT and Figma, is there any other tool which helps in requirement gathering or summarizing or maybe in terms of design? In designing, you told already. So anything else which can help us? Free tools, or is there any free tools as well which will be helpful?
For requirement gathering, you are saying specifically.
Yeah, yeah, like to summarize or to interpret what is the conversation or something like that.
See, meeting for meeting summary generation and YouTube summary and all. They people have made various kind of AI tools, correct. But most of these AI tools, they have been built, mostly on the same engines. Yeah. So the backend engine in most these is GPT itself, correct. Yeah. So see, if today you also want to make, you can make Manjula GPT, correct? Yeah. You just need to, take the subscription of that, Chat GPT on down, and they will guide you that, how you can create your GPT, and you can feed it more and more and more data, and you can make your own GPT. That is why, what they are saying, that each and every company will be building their own GPTs now. Correct. Yeah. So there are many things, like operational things or information gathering things and all, which AI can give us the answer in detail. Correct. I will give you a very simple example. Correct. And in many organization, it has been already integrated in MS Teams or in various ways. That suppose if I am an employee, that I want to know that how many pending available leaves I have. So what I will do that in my uh, MS team only, I will just ask the GPT, internal GPT, that how many available leaves I have, and it will just give me the answer because it know who I am as a person. It already have my data. Correct. Yeah. And what the other thing is the extension, obviously uh, that will be, I think, obviously going to be integrated soon, that giving the prompt to perform the task. So suppose I say that okay, fine, you do one thing, that apply a leave for 10th of April for me. Correct. Yeah. So now when as a business analyst, when as a owner managers, we need to also think about the use cases, that how we can make the lives of people easy and fast. Correct. Yeah. Maybe suppose, Sipra, you are building a insurance website, correct, or a tool. So maybe in your next feature you will be having a feature or an epic to integrate voice commands, yeah, or integrate chat, yeah, or maybe integrate WhatsApp chat. So in my WhatsApp chat, suppose if your company is XYZ Insurance, yeah, so I just send a message to XYZ Insurance, please, please renew my car insurance, correct, for next 5 years, yeah, and instantly I will get the dates and the summary that this is your car insurance, yeah, for next 5 years. It will be applicable from this date to this date, and please make a payment by clicking on this link. Correct. Yeah. So as a business analyst, it obviously now we have to think the extended ways, because now everyone will be AI savvy in few years. Correct. Everyone will be talking in those terms only, that we will be having a AI assistant 24/7 with us. Yeah. Within our mobile phone, within our laptops, in our workplace, everywhere. Correct. So all the trivial tasks are going to go away. Correct. Yeah. the and very importantly, this is one use case which I was reading somewhere. You know what that is? There is one company, what they are doing, that they are trying to replace the customer care agents using AI. And how they can do it? So many of the customer care calls are getting recorded, as you must be knowing. Correct. So when the customer care calls are getting recorded, they are feeding the custom all these customer care calls to the AI model. Yeah. So all the good, so first of all, that someone is seeing and checking that this is a very good model. Yeah. As a, what is the good use case to feed it, what is the bad use case, that this, so that the AI should not say these things, and AI should say these things. Correct. So let's suppose if you are an insurance company. Correct. Yeah. I am a user who is trying to call the customer care. So what is the first thing I will do? So maybe I have to press that, press 1 for this, press 2 for this, press 3 for this. Maybe I will press that. Correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then, yeah, that are you looking for car insurance, this insurance, or that insurance? Correct. Yeah. So suppose I will say, okay, fine, I'm looking for car insurance. Yeah. So the next thing I will say, that that can you please give me a discount. Correct. So the AI model will understand that yes, this user is asking for a discount. So they will say, okay, fine, you have not made a claim on your car, from last 3 years. So that is why I'm happy to give you a 35% discount. Correct.
Yeah.
So
So, yeah, similar use cases we have already seen, right? So, if we want to check out the balance, so all we need to do is give the call, press some buttons, and it straight away give us the balance. We need not connect to the real person to get our balance out. So
But
a sort
now
of
they will do for the
automation.
complex
Yeah,
case also. Complex case also they are trying to do. Correct.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
generally people call the customer care for complex cases only.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that raises a question: is AI going to take away our jobs?
See,
You know.
to be honest, there is a very heavy prediction,
Mhm.
and for people, it can be, for some people definitely it can be scary, and but before telling this, I will just tell a very simple thing, that guys, when electricity came, electricity was coming in early 19th century, correct? 1910, 1920, and 1930s and all, correct? So people had a lot of fear. Many people say that if washing machine is going to be there and washing machine will wash the clothes, then what we are going to do, correct? If everything is going to happen via electricity, then what we are going to do, correct? Yeah. But now the innovation and the thought process of human is such that they always find a way, correct?
Mhm.
In most of the cases, correct? So that is where I think we have to smart enough that how we can leverage the AI. And obviously there is a very heavy prediction that AI can take 40 to 60% jobs in next 10 to 15 year, or 15 years is a very long time in next, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Especially all the, yeah, go on.
yeah, what I personally feel is, the people who lose their job are the ones who do not keep themselves up to date with the trends, latest trends, right? So
Mhm.
if I take an example, so earlier typist used to be there. So when
Exactly.
computers came in, the people who were able to, make a switch from typewriter to computer survived, right? They
Mm,
just moved to the new technology and they survived. But the people who didn't, who were adamant enough to say that, oh, we are not going to learn computers, it's too tricky, and who were afraid of the technology, those are the ones who end up losing. So if as you mentioned, AI is our assistant, right? So if we make use of it, if we leverage it, if we learn it, and if we are ready to change with the changing world, then I don't see it as a threat. But if we are saying no, we'll stick to our old ways, then it's definitely a threat. And that's true for any case, isn't it?
yeah, very correct. Yeah.
Virendra, we mentioned that we can, generate UX designs through AI. We can even write user stories through AI. What other areas, AI can help us with? We all know AI can help us make better presentations, better documents. They can summarize the chats and meetings for us. What other use cases do you
See,
think?
yeah, see,
will-
to be honest, like this question is like when electricity came. So electricity never told us that, what, how can everyone and anyone can use it, correct?
I see where you are going.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
same thing is, true with AI, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that AI, to be honest, it can be used as a weapon also. It can be used as a power also. It can be used as anything now, correct? Yeah. So AI can make you a superhuman also. AI can, do anything, correct? Yeah. And to be honest, a lot of people are doing that. Yeah. So there are famous use cases that there's a lady, she is a model, correct? So what she has done, that she has made a voice GPT of her, correct? Yeah. So she can talk to 1 million people at once. So she's a celebrity. Everyone wants to talk to celebrities, correct? Yeah. So if you take the subscription, you maybe suppose if you for Indian, to make it easy for to understand for Indian people, suppose you are having a chat with Priyanka Chopra or maybe Alia Bhatt or someone, correct? Yeah. But actually that chat is not with that, what the chat with is with the AI model, correct? Yeah. And it's the maybe the live voice or video chat, correct? Yeah. So the use cases, you can imagine that the use cases can be in each and everything. Correct. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, having said that, it will be combined with the existing technology. Correct. Like, we already have all these technology, analytics, data science, yeah, data visualization, yeah, each and everything. So obviously, AI is going to make it very fast, because the important thing of AI is that it can now take decisions on our behalf. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
there is, so see, there is a famous, there is a very famous saying that earlier the god used to, yeah, ghost used to be above the clouds. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now where is the god? The god is in the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So all the companies, obviously, see, everyone is using cloud, and everyone is running their algorithm simulation on the cloud. So now the god is in the clouds. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Nice.
maybe, suppose, maybe when your daughter or your son will grow up, AI model will be perfectly able to predict, that which will be the most desirable life partner they can have. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And they will say that there is a 70% or 80% probability that if you will marry that person, you will be happy. Yeah. Or your happiness score will be 85%. Yeah. That is not bad enough.
So matchmaking will be done by AI, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Correct. So, yeah,
It does to some sort right now also. We have all these matchmaking websites, right? And they give you a percentage kind of a match already.
yeah.
AI is just
But
going
that
to
is,
take it
yeah,
more
but
into
yeah,
the.
that is, based on very less data point, actually, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. But suppose, if all of these things will be based on each and every data point from the moment you are born.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Yeah. So the AI knows your habits also, the AI knows your sleeping routine also. The AI knows that what health issues you have, because you are also wearing a health band or a digital watch. Correct. The AI know everything about you. What time you wake up, and even in sleep also the AI is monitoring your sleep also. Correct. So even the moment, like, many people, they are trying to use it, for detection of various kind of diseases and heart attack and lot of other things. Correct. That how we can predict even 1 year before that someone is going to have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, that all these models, they are going to be combined with all the already existing, yeah, the data analysis on all these technologies to get better predictable results. Correct. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that is where, obviously everyone wants to know future. Correct. Yeah.
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 So
So
again, from where we can get AI? So we can access ChatGPT on our, personal laptops and all, but we cannot sort of use company data on those, right? We should not be doing that. Our
hmm.
companies have kind of blocked these open platforms. So, what's the best way around to use AI in, try or at least see if we can, come up with some use cases that can help us in our day-to-day jobs. So, how can we, use AI in our work, if you see what I mean?
See, I think a lot of companies are even restricting. Yeah. Because I had a discussion with many of my colleagues and many people. They are even restricting the use of ChatGPT. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it is restricted in most companies, I'll say.
Yeah, and why they are restricting? Because obviously they don't want people to copy paste the already existing the company data on ChatGPT. Correct. Yeah,
Exactly,
because
exactly,
the moment you will paste it, it's gone to the complete world. Correct.
exactly.
Yeah. So now, see, that is why this ChatGPT have released the model that for making private GPTs. Correct. Yeah. So there are
Mhm.
various kind of models. Each and every different organizations are exploring, as well as a lot of organizations, they are trying to make their own models also. Yeah. So some of the famous model is this ChatGPT 3 or 3.5. There is one model of that is called BERT, bi-directional encoder representation transformers and all. Yeah, and there is one model that is turning NLG. There is one model called Delhi. So there can be different models. I'm not going in those details that which model is best or which model is not best. A lot of models are there which are best, very good for text. A lot of models are there which is specifically the people are developing for medical domain. A lot of model people are specifically trying to domain develop for engineering domain, this domain, that domain. Correct. So it's mostly based upon that how much data you feed, how much testing you do, how much you try to make sure and refine it, give it feedback that yes, this is a good output, this is not a good output. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, it's difficult to get our hands on AI models right now because maybe the companies are contemplating it, but we are not there yet where we have, some AI models available for our day-to-day official work purposes. So yeah, let's hope for the best that we'll reach that stage soon to help us.
See, in my opinion, whenever you are using, don't give the specific, like suppose if you are in insurance company, don't tell that you are trying to write a user story for that company. Correct. Yeah. You
Mhm.
can use it generically that can you give me a use case that in which all cases the insurer can forget to renew. Correct. Yeah. So always take the generic ideas. Correct. Yeah. Or what will be the
Mhm.
user journey path for this, that, and everything. Yeah. But again, giving your specific example or data of the organization, that maybe can land you in trouble if the organization come to know, and that is why obviously they are blocking.
Yeah. And we are not supposed to move our organization data to our local systems and then try to use GPT. So please don't do that. I request everyone. So yeah, so it looks like I'm the only one asking a lot of questions because I'm very curious about AI. I hope all of our listeners are also curious about AI. So please do join us on stage, and we have Dhirendra with us, who is readily answering all our queries very patiently. So please do join us on stage and ask any queries that you may have. Um, Dhirendra, do you have any other points that you'd like to highlight, or are we good for question and answer rounds?
Yeah, see, I think yeah, I think we are good from question and answer round, but only the important point is that guys, we as a business analyst or product managers, see, first of all, I think we all know that what is our domain area and all, and we should also think a lot about our design thinking and evolution of the solution part. Yeah. Understanding of the problem and making the solution, right solutions. Yeah. In all of those cases, definitely we can take the help of our AI to make sure that how we are able to extend our thinking process, how we are able to extend that what we are not considering, we can get 100 more ideas in 1 second. Correct. Yeah. And even if we feed the data, it can even tell that what is the most usable feature, not usable features, or yeah, data points also we can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can see AI being added on to our requirement management tools like Jira and TFS and
Yeah.
DevOps and others anytime soon. Because I think these companies will also be looking at making use of AI in requirement management, right? So if I take an example of Jira, the whole system is based on requirement management. So they will be thinking something on how AI can help out. So maybe if not from our company side, maybe from these tools perspective, we'll get to use AI. Is just my visual thinking.
Yeah, actually, yes. See, we in our program we are already using AI. We are using feature generator. That is our internal inbuilt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we are able then using that feature generator. Then we are importing that feature. So we are in the process of integrating it with Jira. Yeah, that feature generator, so
Oh,
that
nice.
yeah, it would directly go to Jira. Yeah, obviously, there will be a review phase in between at present. I think obviously the review phase will continue for maybe next 6 months, 8 months, or maybe 1 year, 2 year,
Mm-hmm.
until unless that model will get so much advanced that it is almost doing a perfect job. Then like at present in each and every team of 8-10 members, we have a BA, dedicated BA. So maybe afterwards, one BA will be able to do much more job, much more work.
Yeah. So how you got this feature generator AI?
So our client, see, our client has built this private GPT, what I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it is your clients, then tomorrow the company itself, your company itself may not be able to use it.
Yeah. So see, like I'm in service based company, correct?
Okay.
Yeah. But obviously, as a organization also, we are building our different AI models and tools also.
Mm-hmm.
As
Mm-hmm.
all the big companies, obviously, they are going big on AI, correct? With
Yeah.
at least minimum $1 million investments.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kamal and Naveen have joined us on stage. Um,
Yeah,
hi.
I have
Hi,
a small
Naveen.
question. Yeah, can you hear me? Can I ask my question?
Yes, yes, please. So go ahead, Naveen.
Yeah. Although it's related to what has got discussed already, very small little thing. See, even I work in the insurance sector, and it's been more than 20 years, and it's constantly evolving and changing. Currently, again, the central government has put something like Bima Sugam, and something keeps on changing all the time. With certain constant changes, something like AI can certainly help. I'll just use one case which I'm working currently right now, and I would like to have some direction or some kind of a case which is there, or how it can be done. It's all again a evolving thing. Uh, every time there is a regulation change given by the government, or there's a change by the organization itself to increase the business, they launch a new product. Okay, so to launch a new product, at least 5 to 6 systems do get affected in the organization itself. There are 6 BRDs which are written by the different business analysts. So the template by the product team is given by, or the requirements are given only in one Word document or in one PDF or one Excel sheet, and it is different for different organizations. So let's assume there is one organization which is working like a DXC or a TCS, but they are catering to 5, 6 organizations, but they are receiving different templates, okay, with different Word documents. How can AI help to ensure that we formulate the BRDs and then even the codes also in a faster way?
You want me to take the questions,
Yeah.
Shipra?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Yeah. So I think the important thing now that how can AI help to get a requirement in a more streamlined way, that when we do the requirement gathering, there is a famous process that obviously we study the current systems, or we do user interviews, or we do customer interview and all of those things. Yeah. So
Yes.
at present, like 100 or 1,000 format exist, correct, of that
Yeah.
requirement gathering and all, correct. So ultimately there will come a time that obviously format will not matter, correct. So I can give the document to AI, and AI can change it in 1,000 formats, but the crux and the knowledge will be the same, correct.
Hmm.
Yeah. but obviously whatever the organization feel that this is the most relevant format for us, they can use that format. But the in what the input requirement will be, that ultimately uh, either the BA sales, pre-sales, or those guys will be using the AI tool to generate the requirement, correct? Yeah, so they
Okay.
will feed all that data to that AI. So the AI, see, ultimately when you are feeding the data, it will be an input mechanism only, correct? Yeah, that either you will, yeah, that either you will be writing the requirement, or you will be selecting some drop down, or you will be doing this and that and everything. Yeah, so whatever the best UI which you can make to capture the requirement. But whatever the requirement you will be getting, the AI can suggest that that any more use cases, that can this will be probable use case, or this will be probable use case and all. And accordingly, whether we need that use case at present, or maybe we will need that use case maybe in next 6 months or next 1 year, that accordingly the customer can make a choice, correct?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the formats and all of these things, they are going to be a very trivial and you know very irrelevant things after a point of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like
Fair.
to second what Dhirendra just said, right? So either will say, give us the result in so and so format. So we upload that template to AI and say that give us the result in that format. So I think that is also a possibility. But as Dhirendra mentioned, templates are going to be redundant after a while, because if you are giving just a command to AI and AI is giving you the entire BRD, why will anyone copy paste each and every line and try to fit it into their current templates? They can get the ready made documents out of the system, isn't it? So
Or on the second place, why do we even need a VRD? Correct. We will just talk to the AI, and AI will generate the website. If we like the website, we say, okay, fine, okay, that is good. If we don't like the website or our tool or anything, correct, app,
yeah,
we talk to the AI that please change the color. Yeah, correct. So
Yes.
see, we hardly we need, because that is something that goes into the contracting part, the scope finalization part, this and that, correct? Yeah, but if each and everything is changing in seconds, correct, it is not even that contracting part would be will be like that okay, whatever you have to use, like like this Devin software and all of these things are coming, so they will make the contract like that, you can use our system for next 1 hour, correct?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you
That's
can
also
use
better.
our AI system for next 1 hour, and we will let. Hello.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah. Shipra, I'm not sure what is the problem. Are you able to hear a lot of noise?
yes, there is a lot of disturbance when Naveen keeps his
Yeah,
mic
there
on.
is very,
You can mute me. No problem. You can mute
Yeah,
me.
no worries. I just keep on mute.
yeah, correct. Yeah. So ultimately, see, that documentation part, only the relevant documentation we will be looking at, because ultimately we will be looking at our final product within seconds.
Mhm.
Correct. Yeah. So, uh, see, if AI can understand the requirement, AI can do the coding, AI can give the result to us then and there on the screen. Correct. Yeah. So the contracting will be more towards that. You can use our system for next AI for next 1 hour, or you can use it per requirement, or per website, or maybe something. Correct. Correct.
Yeah, and even if we do keep the BRDs for just the old time's sake, these auto-generated BRDs will be closely integrated with our requirement management tools, and we will be getting rid of the templates, so that we can use whatever the system offers us, and it's much faster, much cleaner, much better, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um, Kamal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hello Shipra. Hello Adhirendra. So, no questions from my side. It's just that whatever information Dhirendra had shared, right? That many organizations are integrating the GPTs internally, right? So, in our organization as well, they have integrated Chat GPT. So basically, it is mostly for developers to whatever code they write, they can just find out whether if the code is duplicating or it's repeating, right? So on that basis, developers are using it. But this session for AI as business analyst, right? It definitely raises questions to me that when I log in on Monday, I'll definitely use that GPT, which is developed by our organization, right? So I'll try to give some prompt and try to generate the user stories as well, because I was using to check the complex SQL query, decoding the complex SQL queries, and it was quite helpful. But let's see, maybe when I join in next session, I'll provide some feedbacks as well. But yeah,
Great, great. Yeah,
uh,
please do.
Yeah,
Please do. Please do and let us know. I, I'm also thinking I
yeah,
should reach out to my management and ask them what they are doing. World is running at such a fast pace. We should not lag behind. Yeah. So I'll also reach out to my management.
yeah. So basically, I work for EY, so our client is also very internal in nature. So all the engineers are belong to from India, so they give us task, and
Mhm.
the developers who are in bench, they give the task to developers, and they kind of try to take the courses from Udemy, because Udemy offers a lot of courses for EY, which is paid also in free. So they are using it and try to implement a smaller project they are developing. So all this whatever project they like, they integrate internally to how integrate, as in give us to the developer or the tester. So we use Azure DevOps, right? So from Azure DevOps, it is easy to connect with different. I mean, just have to plug in with the Chat GPT, and I think it can generate a lot of things as well. So I'll just try. Let's see what can generate this AI.
Mhm. Yeah, please,
Yeah.
please do. Okay, so it was really a good and interactive session. Anything from anyone else? Um, this is the last call. We'll be leaving Dhirendra after this call, so please do make use of this time. Ask any questions, any doubts that you may have regarding AI, or feel free to share your experiences as well. Like Kamal mentioned that he has been using AI to check the SQL queries. But yeah, would like to hear more from this group, if they have used it for any of their work, and if they have found it helpful and how they have used it. Because the idea is to get as many use cases as we can, in this club, and see how it can benefit the overall BA community as a whole. Yeah. But from my side, I'm really thankful, Dhirendra, for taking up this topic. And, it was requested on this session that we should have this topic. But I was not confident enough to talk about it. But thanks for taking up the challenge, and thanks for coming on stage and sharing your thoughts and views. It was really helpful.
yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you and Shipra for having me. If anyone of you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Dhirendra Verma, DHIRENDER. Yeah, so on LinkedIn you can find me easily. Also, if you want to visit my website, you can visit my website, theagileforum.com. Yeah, or you can connect with me for any kind of training or certification need. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dhirendra. And something about us. So I can see a few new faces. Some are old ones, but I can see some new faces as well. So we are the BA Club. We host a session every Saturday, usually 9:30 p.m. IST. We set up this session earlier to suit the range availability. So if you want to join us on regular basis, do join our Telegram group. Search for the BA Club without space, THEBACLUB, in Telegram, and it's a public group. You can join us, and I'll be sharing the link, and I'll be coordinating for the topics which you'll like us to discuss on this forum. Um, so yeah, we also have a YouTube channel where I'll be posting this recording, and you can refer to it for future. On X platform, the recording will be available for another month. So either you can listen to the recording for another month on this X plus platform, or you can go to our YouTube channel. The BA Club is the name of the channel. So thanks all. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks to our speaker Dhirendra for this interactive session. So thanks a lot. Um, yeah, I'll,
Thank you. Thank you,
yeah,
guys.
we'll take your leave then. Thank you.